So you're gonna go straight into supination, peak contraction, come down, hammer. Hey, what's up guys? Gary Walker here with liveanabolic.com and welcome back for another video. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to build biceps that pop. I'm also gonna show you my favorite dumbbell bicep exercise you can do to utilize your short head and long head of your bicep. We'll go into detail in a minute why that's crucial to making your biceps pop. First, if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and also make sure you click on that bell icon. That way you get notified every time we upload a new video. All right, with that being said, here's the thing. If you want biceps that pop, the first thing you need to really focus on isn't an exercise, it's making sure you're lean enough. So if you're overweight, you're really heavy, and you really want your biceps to pop, the first thing you can do is clean up your nutrition habits. Start eating healthy, start getting some of the fat off of your body, because that will actually start to show the biceps you have underneath the fat. All right, so you wanna make sure you're prioritizing a healthy diet and getting your nutrition in order. Second thing you wanna make sure you're doing when you're working with biceps, make sure you're working in the correct hypertrophy range, meaning muscle building rep range. So that's typically 10 to 15 repetitions for your biceps. You don't need to go super heavy, as heavy as you can for 5 or 6 reps when your goal is growing biceps. You wanna hit more time under tension. That typically is the 10 to 15 rep range, all right? So you're doing those two things. The next thing you really wanna make sure you're focusing on is getting a full stretch with your biceps and a full contraction. The way to stretch your biceps fully is getting your arm behind your back. Any type of movement that's gonna bring your arm behind your back is gonna give you a fully stretched bicep. It's also gonna allow for a full peak contraction at the top. All right, so those are the things you really wanna focus on. Also, like I mentioned, there's a short head and a long head, which is why they're called biceps too. All right, the short head is right on the inside. It's the inner ball that you see when you're flexing. However, to get the thickness and get the peak, you wanna focus on the long head right on the outside. So I'm gonna show you how to incorporate 2 different movements with one exercise that's going to ensure you work the short head and the long head so you maximize the bicep fullness, which is gonna make those biceps pop. Basically what you're doing, if you put your finger right in the middle of your bicep, it's pretty simple. If you're doing a standard curl, this is the bicep, this is the part of the bicep that you're working on. As you widen, you'll notice the finger keeping the finger straight. It's on the inside, so a wide grip is really gonna put more emphasis on the short head, the inner part of your bicep. All right, as you come in, now we're out here towards the long head. So a lot of cross body movements, hammer curl movements are gonna work the outer head that's gonna give you that bicep peak. Also the brachialis, which sits right beneath the long head of the bicep. If you're working that by doing hammer movements or neutral movements, then it's actually gonna push that bicep peak up. So you wanna do all of those things and you wanna focus on working on those with multiple exercises. However, if you only have one exercise to choose from, that's what I'm about to show you. So come over here and I'll show you my favorite bicep exercise that's going to optimize the short head, the long head, optimize the stretch and the contraction. So let's grab a couple dumbbells here and you'll notice I have the incline bench set up. So these are gonna be dumbbell incline curls. So this is one of my favorite bicep movements already. One of the things you really wanna focus on when you're doing this, obviously, like I said, the full stretch is keeping your arms behind your back. Don't keep them up here in front near your chest. You wanna allow your arms to come back and get into that fully stretched position. All right, this is one exercise, but you can create 2 different movements here. So what I want you to do is alternate between reps. So I will show you how to do a supinated, meaning palm up, supinated grip, come down and then we're gonna go into a hammer or neutral grip. Come up. It's gonna allow you to hit the brachialis and the long head. So that's basically 1 rep, all right? Also, let me show you one thing I really want you to focus on. Supinated means you're bringing your palm up. That's all you're doing. That's a supinated grip. This is a pronated grip. So I want you to do the supinated grip to get the peak contraction at the top. Don't just keep your palm level. Bring the pinky side up as high as possible at the top of the movement. That's gonna give you a peak bicep contraction. So you're gonna get that peak contraction, and you're also gonna get that optimal stretch at the bottom by doing that. All right, so let me show you a few reps here. And again, we are gonna be focusing 10 to 15 rep range. So you're gonna go straight into supination, peak contraction, come down, hammer, 1 rep. Supination with peak contraction, hammer, 2 reps. You'll notice I'm going nice and slow, really focus on controlling the movement. Make sure your biceps are doing all the work. Also notice my arms are staying behind my back. Even when I curl up, I'm not bringing my elbows forward. You don't want to bring your elbows up high because then you're basically resting. Get those elbows back, keep them behind you. You're gonna get that constant tension on your biceps. A couple more here, hammer. All right, so that's my favorite exercise. Incline dumbbell curls are one of my favorite exercises anyways, regardless of what you're working. I typically try to throw those in to most of my arm workouts. However, when your goal is making your biceps pop, building on that peak, building on the width, the thickness, you definitely want to make sure you're incorporating short head work, long head work, stretching, peak contraction. You can do all of that with this one exercise as you notice. But all right guys, let me know if you like this video by clicking on that thumbs up button. Also, if you have any questions about anything at all, comment below and let me know. With that being said, that's all that I got, man. Get busy, get after it. God bless.